Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me today. As part of your online learning journey with Europe Hotel School, we're going to dive into something absolutely critical in modern hospitality. Think of me as your guide as we explore the strategies that are really going to support your professional growth in this amazing industry.
So let's jump right in. In the incredibly competitive world of hospitality, there's a question we should be asking ourselves every single day. Where does our real, sustainable growth actually come from? Is it from that constant, endless hunt for new clients? Or is it in mastering the art of making sure the clients we already have want to return again and again? First, let's talk about the way things are often done, what I call the constant chase. This relentless pursuit of new business, well, it's like being on a treadmill. It feels productive, but it comes with some serious and often hidden costs. Think about what it really takes to land a brand new client. It's not just one thing, right? It's this whole resource-heavy process. You start with all the marketing money you have to spend on campaigns. Then come the sales visits, the proposals, the long negotiations. And even after all that time and all that money, there's absolutely no guarantee they'll sign on the dotted line. It's a high-effort, high-stakes game.
And when you look at the numbers, the story becomes crystal clear. Acquiring a new client costs substantially more than keeping an existing one. Why is that? Well, it's simple, really. Your current clients already know you, they already trust you, and that trust means less time negotiating, less money on promotions, and a much smoother path to getting that business confirmed. This all leads to a really crucial shift in how we think. On one hand, you have the transactional view. That's seeing a client as just a single booking, a one-off revenue hit. But on the other hand, you have the lifetime value view. This is where you see a long-term relationship, a partnership that can bring in revenue for years to come. You know, one is just a snapshot, the other is the entire movie. And that brings us to this key concept, client lifetime value, or CLV. Basically, it's the total amount of money you can expect a client to bring in over the entire relationship. Just imagine a corporate client that books their annual conference with you, and their training sessions, and their holiday parties. Each one of those events is just another chapter in a much bigger, much more profitable story. So, how do we get off that expensive treadmill of constantly chasing new business? The solution is all about a fundamental change in our mindset. It's about making the leap from being just a vendor, someone who sells a service, to becoming a truly valued strategic partner. And there's a formal name for this approach. It's called strategic account management. Think of it as a playbook, a disciplined way to nurture your most important clients. You stop seeing them as just a booking and start seeing them as a long-term partner, a partner whose needs are going to change and grow, creating all sorts of new opportunities for you to work together. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's all about moving away from worrying only about the money from the very next event. Instead, you focus on building a relationship that creates sustained mutual value, value for them and value for you, over the long haul. Okay, so that's the big idea. But how do we actually do it? Let's get practical and break down your partnership playbook. We're going to walk through the 4 key pillars you need to build these incredibly powerful and lasting client relationships. Pillar number 1, it all starts with a deep, deep understanding of your client. And I mean going way beyond just the logistics of an event. You need to be asking the big questions. What are their business goals? What challenges are they facing in their industry? When you understand their big picture, you can design an experience that doesn't just host their event, but actively helps them succeed. That's when you become indispensable. Next up, pillar 2 is structured communication. A real partnership thrives on regular contact, and not just when an event is on the books. A post-event review shows you're committed to getting better. Proactive calls to talk about the year ahead show you're thinking about their future. It's in these natural, value-driven conversations that you'll organically find opportunities to upsell or cross-sell. Our third pillar is the power of personalization. This is so important. Remembering small things like their preferred meeting room layout or that the CEO loves a specific type of coffee, it shows you're paying attention. This is how you build a real emotional connection that a competitor just can't beat on price alone. You make your client feel seen and valued as a person, not just as a number in your system. And finally, pillar 4. Masterful service recovery. Let's be honest, in our business, things will sometimes go wrong. It's inevitable. But how you handle those moments, that's what defines a true partnership. When you acknowledge a problem head-on, offer a fair solution, and then follow up to make sure they're happy, you can actually turn a negative experience into a moment that builds even deeper trust and loyalty. So you put in the work to build these partnerships. What's the long-term payoff? Let me tell you, the rewards go so far beyond just getting repeat business. What you're really doing is building a foundation for truly enduring success. When you get this right, your loyal clients become your best marketing team. That's brand advocacy. Your business becomes more resilient because a solid base of loyal partners helps you weather any storm. And for you personally, your professional reputation completely transforms. You're no longer seen as just another vendor. You become known as a strategic partner who is essential to your client's success. Now, this strategic approach also means you have to be smart about where you focus your energy. Using data, you can analyze your client portfolio. You can identify those high-value partners who deserve most of your attention while also spotting those clients who have the potential to grow. This makes sure your time and resources are always making the biggest possible impact. At the end of the day, it all boils down to this one powerful idea. Your beautiful venue, your great amenities, your perfect location, they're all important, of course. But your single greatest asset, the one thing that will truly stand the test of time, is the trust you build. One conversation, one event, one person at a time. So, as you move forward and begin your amazing careers, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. With every single client you meet, every event you help plan, I want you to think beyond just that one transaction. Ask yourself, how am I going to turn this client into a lifelong partner? The answer to that question, I promise you, will define your success.